Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin seems to be currently trying to break out of our support area. If you had any buy positions set here at these fib levels, you are most likely in profit, or you will be if you trade as I've shown at various times, which would be, if you just had very simply use this support area as I showed it many times, which means one buy order up here with a small position size, one here with a sort of medium one, and one here with the largest one as close as possible to the invalidation point, then you are definitely in profit. I would now try to limit risk as much as possible because we are here at a very, very important crossroads here, juncture. And I don't want to sound too bearish in this video, but I already highlighted it a couple of days ago that up here, risk is increasing and we have 3 waves up at the moment. You could interpret this as a 5-wave move up, but either way, if this move up is finished, this here was a possible time to finish it. And the long or spot, well, let's call it long trade setup is still valid. It's still valid as long as we're holding yesterday's low at 23,330, but it takes a break to it will take a break off that to confirm and indicate that we are going to retest Monday's lows and may even drop much lower. Therefore have your risk management in place. Be careful with leverage and position size in the current situation, because also the move that's currently occurring off the lows is only in 3 waves and actually looks fairly corrective in my opinion. In addition to that, I see across the market currently a tendency to break below support levels. The S&P 500 isn't really following through to the upside, and the DXY is looking quite bullish, sort of, yeah. So I am getting more, I don't want to sound too bearish, but I'm starting to feel a bearish tendency in the market, okay? And it could very well be that we've topped this entire move up here. This does not change the fact that this move here, or that this support area is still a possible area to scale up for a long trade, because it offers decent reward to risk if Bitcoin is going to head to 26, 27K. Of course, now we're at the top of the box again, which means you need to be more careful with your position size, more careful than had you bought down here at the end of the box. But what can happen? So at the moment, I'm still of the view we can count it like that. Absolutely. I would see it then here as a wave 4 low, and we could rally in the next wave 5 to the upside in the next step. All of this provided that this low from yesterday is holding, because it really maxed out what it could do in this drop. It really maxed out, and then we could reach in the next steps, yeah, the 26, 27K area. At the latest there, I would at the moment expect this entire move that started in November to top. However, what happens if we break below those lows? What happens? I will explain that to you. There are a couple of options, but I'll try to keep it simple. What happens if we now come down impulsively and break this low? First of all, it's not unlikely we're going to do that. So probabilities for a trend to the downside, a turning point here, have increased. The reasons for that are as follows. We have reached, with this spike yesterday, the August high. We have also reached the 1-to-1 ratio. What does that mean? If you take here, the length of the wave 1 here in white, if I take that length and if I add it to that last low, this is the 1-to-1 ratio. So possibly in a different interpretation, I could count this as a 4 and a 5, and it would be finished. And then we have a very nice AB3 top. ABC, not AB3, ABC. Yeah, so that's one point. So that's why I highlighted it's a possible turning point up there. Then we have come down quite impulsively, Now that's not a problem because I do count this at the moment as a so-called expanded flat. In an expanded flat, we can measure the length of the A wave, we go to the high of the B wave, and we can see that we actually came all the way down to sort of the 300% extension. That's quite long for a C wave. Yeah, it is. You will find it in the Elliott Wave textbooks that a very much extended expanded flat normally assumes a maximum of a 2.618 extension. Now that was close, but we broke it twice, indicating additional downside pressure. And the problem is that the move to the upside here at the moment also is not really convincing. Yeah, we had, this could count as a 1-2, okay. But this at the moment with this downward move again looks very choppy. So it all just looks still sort of like some kind of a bear flag which is forming here, even though we see some upside here, but we're not following through entirely yet. Now, if this is already, let's just assume it was the first wave of a first impulse in a downtrend, then this would be a wave 1 and this would be a wave 2. We are then looking at what is the key resistance for a wave 2. So we have now approached the 50% retracement at 25,270. Next resistance is 24,500 and then 24,830. The risk of downside really in this situation now only decreases if we break above the 24,830 level. Okay? Because then a wave 2 will get less likely. And what would happen then if we break these lows from yesterday? That's also why I'm not adding any long positions here at the moment. I thought about it today. Don't feel like it anyway. I was on the road a little bit today, and also it's Friday afternoon. It's sort of or Friday evening here in the UK now. Is it? Yeah, nearly. And it's not really. It doesn't feel, also looking at some altcoins that started to get some reversals yesterday. I'm starting to see downside pressure, and when I see this stuff, I need to make you aware. Which means the current, and again, to make it very clear and simple, the upside scenario is still valid as long as we're holding the green box. But I wouldn't be too aggressive to trade it anymore with that knowledge here. If you do it eventually is your decision. Okay, so what could happen? Two possibilities could happen if we lose that low. We could see all of this as just an A wave down, this here as a B wave, and we come down in a C wave, and we'll retest those lows and the yellow support area all the way down to 20k, or this top is in for this wave 1, and we're actually going to come down finally in this wave 2, which I would prefer of the, let's call it bearish options, because then we will get closer to the decision point if the bear market was over. Then we would do something like this: A wave, B wave, C wave. And we're talking then about an area around 18 to 19k that we will test. And I will make you aware of it, what exactly the area is if we have evidence that the top is in place. I will give you a support area for the wave 2 if we drop below yesterday's low. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.